Hello everyone. In the previous video we talked about the conditional formatting and how we can use these tools of the Excel. In this video we want to talk about the charting and how we can show the data in the charts of the Excels. So for example, you have some data here right now. For example, you have the customers right now here, and in this table we can show how many purchase has each of these customer had. For example, this customer purchases 6 number of quantity of gold. For example, this customer can have bought other products as well. So right now I wanna show how many products each of these customer bought from me. So at the first I need to copy paste these customers into another sheet, and then I wanna remove the duplicators, and I just wanna see the unique name of the customers and see by removing the duplicates by using these tools of the Excel. And then I wanna show total quantity that each of these customer bought from me, and I can use the Excel function SUMIF and say that the first range, which is my criteria range, is this column of my table, and the criteria which I wanna sum the number of for this person, and the sum range I wanna make a summation on this column of the table, and I can see the total quantity of the products this customer bought from me. And if I double click on this cell, I can have the total quantity of all customer I have. So I wanna see these data on the charts. So if, for example, you have such a data, you can go to the Insert tab and then use one of these charts in the Excel. For example, the most popular one is the column chart or bar chart in the Excel. And if you can see, there is a lot of charts here. We cannot introduce all of these charts. I want to just show you the basic of the charting. If you know the basic, you can use all of these charts as well. And we will have some videos on describing each of these charts. But right now, I just want to tell you the basic of the chart. So for example, if I choose the bar chart, Excel immediately recognize my data and insert my chart based on the current data in the Excel. For example, if you have been in this tab and then want to insert a chart here, Excel cannot understand which data has to show. But in this sheet, because in this tab, because there is just these data and there is no more data, Excel perfectly recognize it and create my chart. And so if for example the Excel couldn't find your data set, you can define the data set for your Excel as well. For example, the Excel could not recognize it, and for example if I remove that, it's insert the empty box here that now you can have your charts. So the first thing you need to do, you need to specify the data set for your Excel, for your chart. Say that when you select the box of your chart, you can see you will have two new tabs here, the Design tab and the Format tab. In the Design tab, you can select the data and say what are your data set is. The first thing you need to do is you need to add the series in this Excel. The series will be add the data on the vertical X in your chart. What I mean by your vertical X, it means that this part of your chart, the vertical part of your chart, and if you press the add button, you need to name the series. For example, you can select the cell. If you select the cell and then change the name to the name customer name, then the Excel will automatically rename the series name. But you can also write the series as well. For example, customer name, and then Excel will recognize that this as your range series name. So the better way is to select the cell, because whenever you change this to another name, then it can be updated automatically. And then the series value is your real data that you want to show in the vertical manner. Right now I select the right cell because it should be the quantity in the vertical X. So I first should for example select this one by using the Ctrl Shift down button in your keyboard, or by just dragging the mouse of your PC into the last cell, and then I need to rename I need to delete the cell name and change it to the B1. So right now Excel add the total quantity into your vertical X. As you can see, the maximum number is 5,000. And now if you can see Excel automatically add the values into your horizontal X, because you need to have some horizontal X, and by default Excel adding 1 2 3 until the integer number in this X. But you can edit this X, the horizontal X, by editing that, and then select the X label range that can be, that is my A column, and these are my customers. So now you can see the Excel recognize it, and if you press OK button, you can see the name of my customer comes into my horizontal X. And this is the first thing you need to do when you're charting. You have to be sure that the data set in this chart is correct, and you can check that by seeing the select one. This one will switch the data set and move the quantity into the horizontal X, and the name into the vertical X. That, as you can see, because these are the names, then Excel cannot recognize and charting it pretty well. So I switch it again. Now the things that you need to do is make your charts more beautiful. The first thing you need to do is a visual thing that you need to add into your data charts to make the reader have the better understanding of your charts. So for example, as you can see right now, I have the title for my chart, and if you did not have, you can add this by using these tools by add chart elements. So you can add or remove some of these elements of your charts. For example, you can add or remove the access data in your charts. For example, if I hide that, you can see the name of my customer will be removed. Or if I go to the axis and select this one, I can see the horizontal X data will be shown here. And then for example, you can add the X titles. For example, I wanna add the title for my horizontal X and say that these are my customer names. So when user seeing my charts, it can be easily understand these names are related to my customers. And this one, as the title said, this is the total quantity, and I can say that the X here, the vertical X, shows the total quantity as well. So I can add the X title for my vertical axis as well. And the chart title, as you can see, is defined here, and you can move it to the center or use it as the above. And also data table will add the values of each column into my charts, so the user can see if it's hard to see to track the data here to see, for example, this customer how many quantity has, and if you add the label, the user can see this is the main how many the user has. But if you have a large number, as you can see right now, the data here cannot be cannot have the vulnerability. So you need to change it, or you may need to make it a little bigger charts, or I can change the direction. So for example, if I select the data label, and if I click right on it and say go to the format data series, and then I go to this effects, it's select my bar chart. You need to select the labels. If you select the labels, then you can see under the size and properties, it's alignment, and you can change the vertical alignment to the alignment. You can change the text direction from the horizontal to the, for example, rotated to this manner, and now a user will see the data label has more better views. So as you see, you can select each part of these charts, right click on it, and then go to the format data label and change some properties of this chart. For example, if you select the bar charts, you can decrease the gap between the bars and make it more bigger, and I think it will have a little bit more readability. And also you can change the color of the fill of the bar. For example, if you choose the solid fill, you can change it, for example, to the green. And also you can change the border of your charts by selecting the border and, for example, make it to the black, and also make it a little wider. And then so you right now make it more beautiful. So this is how you can change the format of your charts. And also you can use the predefined styles in your in the Excel. These are the styles that the Excel thought can be useful for you to make your charts more beautiful. And also you have predefined color set for your charts, and you can use these color set as well. So another thing, for example, I like this one. I select the chart style and change it. So actually, by using the styles and predefined colors, you do not need to do much more things in the charts of the Excel, because right now it's so beautiful and can be understood well. And if you want to change part of them, as I told you, you can right click on each part of these charts and then go to the change format, or you can go to the format tab and then, for example, select the part of the chart you want to change. And for example, you want to change the fill to the more darker green, but you cannot make it wider. So if you want to make it a little bit wider, you need to right click on it and go to the chart format, or you can also use this little box here. For if you select that, then you can see the format data will be format tab will be appear, and now I can make it a little thinner or wider as well. So these are the basic of the charting. You need to go to each of these tools and manipulate these things. For example, use the shape effect, and then use this one to, for example, make it a 3D view of your charts. or for example this one. I cannot I cannot describe all of these because it will be time consuming, but it is good to go to the all part of these chartings tools here and see what else you can do in the Excel charts. In the next video I want to talk a little bit about the combo charts. For example, if you go to the design tab, you can change the chart type and go to the combo, and what these combo will help you and how you can use that will be our discussion in the next video. So until the next video, goodbye. In order to watch more training videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Diaco Ltd. And if you want to see our products, please visit our website, diaco.co.uk.